Eventually he's gonna get tired here. Worst landing ever. Number 1.
Day 1 here at Lake Champlain for the Guaranteed Rate Bassmaster Elite. Chris Johnston getting it started early up in his neck of the woods. We are in upstate New York this week. The last 2 weeks of the Bassmaster Elite Series season will take place here in upstate New York. Lake Champlain is where we are this week, Plattsburgh, New York. And there's our playing field. And it doesn't look nearly as big as some of the other Great Lakes we fish, but Lake Champlain is a monster to tackle. A lot of different factors can come into play. Do you target largemouth, smallmouth? Will the weather hurt your pattern? Will it hurt your navigation? A lot of things to keep an eye on this week for the 8th stop of the Bassmaster Elite Series. Day 1, those anglers took off just a couple minutes ago and are out fishing. There's your Angler of the Year leader, Seth Fighter. As we get the 8th stop of the season underway, Chris Johnston as well in the top 5. We'll be rolling out with some anglers in the top 5 in AOY, and also our reigning classic champ, Hank Cherry. Such, Lake Champlain never disappoints. Always a great tournament venue for the Elite Series.
All right, last year almost every angler caught a limit, Ronnie. This year the fishing's is good, but they think, listen to the anglers, a little post-spawn, a little smaller, smallmouth bass. They may not have as many big bags and big fish as last year.
Yeah, we look at some of the times that we've been here in the past, late July, early August, mid-August, September for the opens. The fish have came in various sizes, but one thing's consistent, that average weight around 3 pounds. Every fish seems to weigh that here at Lake Champlain. That's what's gonna separate you though. If you catch 3-pounders, and some guys catch 3.5-pounders, it can mean 20 to 30 spots in the leaderboard. Welcome into the Bassmaster Studios, sponsored by Marathon. Ronnie Moore here with Mike Sucon, and Such, we mentioned it. Hey, we got a little different season going here. We had the mid-season classic. June, we had that down at Ray Roberts. Hank Cherry back-to-back winning that. Now we get to restart our elite season. 2-event stretch here. AOY, Rookie of the Year, Classic, and requalification, all things that we're looking at this
There's
week.
a lot on the line this week, Ronnie. These guys are really hepped up. Seth Fighter is one of the guys who's really fired up to get going. He's got a 48-point lead in the AOY, but he's still a little nervous.
Very nervous indeed, and we look at that Angler of the Year leaderboard, our Skeeter Boats Angler of the Year watch. Seth Fighter with a 48-point lead over Jason Christie coming into this event, 52 over Patrick Walters, 61 over Johnston. That would be Chris and Brandon Polinick. Those 5 are in our camera coverage today. And we got to talk with Seth Fighter, who's trying to protect and maybe grow a 48-point lead on one of the lakes he would consider his favorite in the world.
Don't screw it up. That's the plan. Haven't had a great practice here. Worse I've seen the last couple times we've been here. I'm gonna go out and fish hard, and I'm shooting for at least 16 pounds today. Really, it's like 5. I need 5 over 3. I mean, if they're 4-pounders, great. If they're 3-pound 1-ouncers, I'll take them. But that's the plan, 5 over 3, and. I'm going to start out on smallies, probably run that game till I get that weight, and then we'll grab a jig and go try to plunk a couple big bucket heads, and hopefully she all works out.
Sounds like a plan, Ronnie.
That is what that's what he's hoping for, and he has 2 second-place finishes over the last 2 times the Elite Series have been here. Fighter, definitely one to keep your eye on, especially in fantasy fishing. And this man, our champion from last year, Brandon Polinick, did it with all smallmouth last season. Will he do that this year or mixed bag?
Boy, you hear his comments saying the fish are not set up like they were last year, Ronnie, on the deep rocks where he could just target and plunk them off.
Easy.
Like you mentioned, it could be a post-spawn funk in terms of these smallmouth aren't on bed. They just got off basically the last week or so. So the fish are going to be a little skinnier in certain parts of the lake, but certain parts they've been done spawning, so they've had a chance to feed up. And another guy that we're going to have eyes on all day, one that he said, hey, if I had the season I'm having this year any other time on the Elites, I would be blowing Angler of the Year away, yet he's 48 points behind. That's Jason Christie. He's 2nd place in our Angler of the Year standings, and he too was a little worried about his practice, and he's going to be one that, hey, he should be targeting largemouth, but he'll be going after smallmouth for a portion of the day, and we get to talk to him at takeoff this morning as well.
You know, we're at the end of the year, and there's a lot on the line, Angler of the Year. But it's, you know, we have 2 tournaments left. We're up north, the weather's nice, and I just want to have fun and go fishing, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I kind of feel like it's out of my control with, you know, being 50 points back, but just go do the best I can, and you know, if we get the right bites and land them, that's the thing on these smallmouth. Not only you have to get them on your hook, you have to get them in the boat. So just gonna go fishing, have a good time, and hopefully we don't get a lot of wind today.
Jason Christie, he's kind of passive-aggressive there, Such. He said, I really can't do anything about it. Well, he can't if Seth Feider catches him, but 48 points, you can make that up in one day of competition.
He says up to Feider. It's in Feider's hands is basically what I think he said.
Go out to the man who had a great last tournament day on the Elite Series and the Classic stage, winning that at Ray Roberts, Hank Cherry. Swinging an early one in the boat.
There's one.
As expected, his confidence bait, his fastball, a jerk bait, already coming into play for him. As we take it back out, that was just moments ago. Now we're out live with Hank Cherry.
He got mad at me, Ronnie, in
well, we got
a dream
one.
after
we
the
made
Classic.
a little detour because I just got tired of riding. It's not one of the ones we need, but it's a pretty good fish, I guess, for circumstances. We got a lot of jerking, a lot of topwater to do today. You know, practice was pretty good for the most part. I mean, I just don't know how this weather is going to make them act. I mean, that one hit it pretty good and he got all the hooks, so I'm pretty happy about that. I just hope the wind slacks off so I can get some topwater going. Oh man, after the Classic, been a lot of telephone, a lot of podcast, a lot of congratulations. Tell you the truth, you know, I don't think it's really sank in 100% to me. Once we get these 2 weeks out of the way, and I get home and get a chance just to sit back and think about everything that's transpired, it'll probably hit me. But right now, I'm just kind of cloud 9, trying to do my job, hoping like hell Tyler catches them today. You know, it's been a frustrating week because I don't have to worry about making the Classic, and Brock is good, and we need Kelly to catch them, and we need Tyler to catch them to get into his first Classic. And it's been a valiant team effort, I guess you would say, trying to make that happen. So I hope everybody has a good day. I just hope Tyler's is a little better than most. Just because, you know, the feeling of making the first Classic is just a lot of pressure gone.
He's talking about Tyler Rivette, his roommate, looking to make the Classic, needing 2 good events. Speaking of 2 good events, Hank Cherry, last 2 Bassmaster Classics, can't get much better than what he did, Such. Top spot for Gunnersville, and then Ray Roberts, totally different conditions in the summer, and he started off strong early in that event.
Let's go! Brother Grace, that's for you, sweetheart. Boom!
That certainly was for his family, and he said, hey, what a great time to win the Classic last year, even though it was such an odd year, 2020, and what a better time to win the Classic, doing it back-to-back 2021 too.
Yeah, 3rd man ever to win back-to-back Classics, Ronnie. 6th with multiple titles. And think about 2013, he could be a 3-time Classic champion.
And he's got his eyes set on next year as well. Lake Hartwell 2022, that could be a possibility as well, a place that he has had good success. But that final day at the Classic this year, it got a little shaky. Matt Airy was around him different parts of the lake and was catching up quickly on the standings. A shaky morning, but Hank Cherry caught a key fish or two in the afternoon, righted the ship, and took home another title. He has led 5 of the last 6 days of the Bassmaster Classic. Good place to be in the Classic.
Here's a guy probably feeling a little bit of pressure, Ronnie, to catch him. He'll be, as we've seen in the past couple tournaments, get excited when he catches a few.
Update. Just started fishing, had 1 bite, broke it off, and yeah, just trying to get something going here. Trying to get some fish in the boat. Seeing a couple others that didn't bite. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that's that one I broke out or what. Seems awfully far away. Oh! It's a freaking thing, dude.
Seth Feider, the one to watch this week. He is most definitely on the short list of favorites. A little bit different strategy than we normally see him early in the event. Normally we see him going for largemouth and it might transition to smallmouth later. But he is split in time today, going to try to fish for smallmouth, get a limit, and then go for some culls and upgrades. And since we saw him do so well down in Florida, the St. John's, we said, hey, maybe this could be his year. He could maybe make some fireworks in the Angler of the Year race, and he has done that for 2021.
Yes, sir. Well, I always loved fishing, and then seeing that guys did it for a living on TV made me want to do it. But it was always kind of a pipe dream, not realistic until maybe I was in my mid-20s. I'm fishing well this year. I think momentum, there's a lot of momentum. I think that'll carry through the event. And my wife said on like some Chinese calendar or whatever year I was born, like this is gonna be my luckiest year, so whatever that's worth. I mean, there's one place and one place only, and nobody remembers second place.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. There he is, come on, come on.
Maybe you got a Chinese fortune cookie saying you will win AOI this year, Ronnie.
I think he has just gotten better and better and better as the seasons have gone on for his Elite Series career. Yeah. That's the way the Angler of the Year list started today. It will look different this afternoon. Day 2, it'll change as well. 8 more days of competition, counting today, left in the Bassmaster Elite Series season. We will see how it shakes out with our top contenders. And you can watch those 5 top guys in Angler of the Year live today, as well as our classic champ, Hank Cherry. 8 a.m. Eastern time, 15 minutes from now, we'll be on Bassmaster.com, and we'll be there all day long until the first flight starts to wind down their day. We'll see you there, Bassmaster.com, just a couple minutes from now.